Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Maggie, and today we're gonna be doing another cash stuffing. I'm very excited for this one. It's gonna be one of my bigger ones. I believe our total should be $1,323. So if you were excited to see this paycheck, plus a little bit of Avery's money, plus a little bit of money that I had to retake out of the bank, I'll get into that. If you're excited to see this, leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe even subscribe, and you'll see more content like this. So let's get going. Alrighty guys, so first we are gonna start with my new wallet. I just bought this off of Amazon. It's really cool, honestly. I really enjoy it. And the best thing about it, it's got little cash envelopes. So I am gonna try to transition to just doing at least these 4 categories in cash as much as possible, because at least these 3 are the ones I really struggle with. So if I can physically see the cash with me as well, instead of just being like, oh, I'll pay it off later, I feel like that might help me. So I am gonna try this method for a bit. So I gotta take out a couple receipts that I've got. I gotta scan those into Fetch Rewards. I love the cash stuffing community and the fact that they've gotten me into Fetch. That is so amazing. I love that app. But anyway, here, ooh, I gotta lean forward a little bit to get it all. Here is our money. I'm gonna put that to the side for a sec so we can count all of this. As you will see, there are 50s in here. I did not lose my 50s during this cash stuffing. So I think I'm gonna start, yeah. Sorry, you'll hear Diet Coke running around. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 650, 670, 690, 710, 730, 750, 770, 790, 810, 830, 850, 870, 890, 910, 930, 950, 970, 990, 1010. Let me put that there actually. Sorry, Diet Coke. 1010, 1030, 1050, 1070, 1090, 1110, 1130, and 1150 so far. 1160, 70, 80, 90, 1200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1300, 1300 and 510, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 1,323. So there we go, guys. That is all of our cash to be stuffed today. I just remembered that I don't have my tablet on me, so I can't actually see what I'm stuffing. So I'm gonna go grab that, and then I'll be right back. All right, how do we like the setup? How do we like the new vibe? I still have to have enough space for the binders, but I just don't want to get the orange cream Coke out of the frame, you know? I just love her so much. So anyway, let's get started with our wallet. Let's see. She's thick. I don't know if I just showed all my personal information. I might have. Who knows? All right, so eating out in the wallet is going to get $25. And I do have to open these kind of weird because they seal in the back for some reason. But honestly, I don't mind it. I feel like it prevents the money from falling out easier. So that's $25 for eating out. And then for recreational, we're putting in a 20. Also, don't you guys love these envelopes? They are so freaking cute. And it came with 12. So I had a lot to choose from and I'm very excited. Oops. There we go. Then we got a regular. A regular is also getting 20. So the way I did this, I put the total, I budgeted the total amount first that I want for each of these categories, and then I split it close to half. So about half of it goes in here, about half of it goes in my binders. So I will unstuff that, but I'm just trying to see how much I can limit myself in spending in the moment. And then nails, I'm not adding any money into here specifically. I'm just gonna add all of the money that I wanna add to the nails category. I'm gonna add all of that into the binder so I don't have to carry around extra cash. because I'm probably going to get my nails done on Friday, but I don't want to have to carry around like $90 in here if I don't have to. So I'm just going to wait to stuff this, put all the money in my binder, and then put it in here when it's time. So that is our wallet. Not a lot happened in here yet, but we're just getting used to it. I've literally had this for like 4 days. All right, and now we're moving on to our binders. First is Bill's binder, as always. Got to make sure we take care of our bills. So rent is gonna get its $255. $255. Now guys, let's play a game of how many of these envelopes did I actually seal last time. So far we're doing good, but it's me, so we'll find out. Car insurance is getting its regular 41. Oops, I definitely took 61. There we go. Oops, girl, I am making a mess. Anyway, we got 41. There we go. And then we got utilities is getting 40 this time, which is pretty low for my utilities, but it's because I have so much left over from overstuffing in the past like few weeks. So I am gonna count everything I have in here, see what's up. So I've got 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 135. Okay. That honestly might cover my entire bill already for the month, and I don't even have to pay that for weeks. So I might only stuff another 40 in there next week, just so I don't get behind, but also so I don't have to put more than I really need, you know? Okay, so this says Discover 100, and which is true. I'm putting in 100 from my paycheck, but it also says plus 58 for an oopsie. Well, if you saw my last video, you'll know that I was supposed to have $58 left over, and I just unstuffed it. I just unstuffed all that money and I brought it to the bank without even thinking about it. And I was watching back and editing. I'm like, wait a minute, did I just do what I think I did? And I had. So we've got 155, 6, 7, 8. 158. So yeah, that, and this 100 is going to go into the Discover. And then we are still putting 50 in our BP account. Oops. Well, our BP towards our gas for the BP card. But yeah, I'm going to put all 58 of that towards the Discover card because I think that's where most of the money will come out of. And I'm pretty sure that's where it belonged. Anyway, so that's debt. And then T-Mobile is getting 58. Very creepily the same number that I accidentally took out. But this always gets 58 or 57 for the bill. I think I usually do 58. Pardon me. All right, that is 2 5s. So we have 55, 6, 7, 8 for T-Mobile. And I did close this one. Look at me go. All right. And then this is the first time we're doing subscriptions the way I'm doing it. Instead of breaking it down into all subscriptions, I'm just putting 40 in here to cover everything. Because if you didn't know, I had like 4 dividers in here for 4 different subscriptions, but it wasn't enough. I have like 6 or 7 subscriptions. I didn't want to make more tabs, and it's just easier to put it all in there in 20s. So well, there we go. And then annual fees. We are still not adding anything into Planet Fitness because we don't need to yet. No, I did. Okay, cool. License plate is getting its typical 13. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So now we have $40, $53. $53. And then taxes is getting its typical 10. So, well, typical. This is second time I've added into it. But it's good. It has 20 now. And those are all of our annual fees. And I did keep the dividers in here because it is very easy to keep track of my annual fees. So, because I really don't have that many. But subscriptions is another story. So that's annual fees. And then health is getting 35, which is pretty high. But it needed to happen because, yeah, I have a lot of bills coming out of health. I'm not the most healthy person, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, it's got 35 in there now. And that is our bills binder all completed. And that means we have a Coke break. For sure. All right, so now we're done with our bills binder. So we're gonna move on to short-term sinking spending. And girl, when I tell you I cleared this out in my unstuffing, ooh, she gone. So eating out, eating out is getting the other 25 from that 50 that I budgeted for eating out. So it's got a whopping $25 in here. Delivery is getting 50. So it's got 50. And then recreational is getting the other 20 that I budgeted. So it has a whopping 20. I did pay myself off, by the way. The reason a lot of these are in the zeros is because I spent over. Recreational, I actually didn't. That one just kind of like worked that way. But yeah, I spent over in delivery, eating out, and I believe a regular. No, I have money in here. I think it was these three that I overspent in. But anyway, irregular is getting the other 10 that I budgeted. Instead of doing 15 in each of those, I was just like, I'm gonna give 20 to a regular to spend in person. So now we have 50 in a regular. That's actually pretty cool. But yeah, like I was saying, I went over and then I used Avery money. Instead of just putting that towards savings or something, I put it towards paying myself off. But like I said, hopefully I won't have to do that very often. I feel like it's just the beginning phases, you know, I'm still trying to figure out where all my money should be. So I don't feel bad about having to like pay myself back, basically. And then we're at pre-wedding travels. This one's getting everything it normally gets. So lodging is getting 20. Ooh, look at that. We're at 200 now in lodging. Food is getting its typical 10, which now has 110. God, I was so happy to do that unstuffing and condensing, let me tell you. And then gas is getting 5 for 35. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on our pre-wedding travels, honestly. I'm very glad I started this when I started it, because I'm going to have, this is going to be so much less of a pain when it's actually time to do this. Oops. There we go. Alrighty. And then Teacot actually happened, by the way. I am genuinely wearing the merch that I bought already, but I knew I wasn't unstuffing yet, so that's why it's not stuffed. So it's getting 35, and that's all going towards merch. And actually, you know what? I could take all of these out of here because I already bought my ticket, I already bought my outfit, and I already unstuffed both of the things I saved for that. I won't end up needing tolls because I managed to take routes that avoided the tolls. So it wouldn't have been $15 like I was planning on saving. It would have been $30 because it was $14 each way. So the fact that I missed that makes me so happy. I don't care that I had to drive an extra like 20 minutes each time. But yeah, that means all I need to save for is merch, and I don't exactly need that. So yeah, $35 towards the Chronically Online tour, which was incredibly fun, by the way. I'll try to pop up a couple pictures of me and Adam McIntyre because we did get pictures. I did do the post-show meet and greet, and it was freaking awesome. Let me tell you, that show was so freaking fracking funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, so education is getting 120, which is good, which is just really good. I'm gonna start saving less every paycheck, but that's because I'm not taking summer classes. So I actually don't need to be saving, especially if my FAFSA comes through the way that it should, but I would rather have this money and redistribute it than not have any money starting in fall, you know? So I have 150, 70, 90, 190 in education, which is pretty darn good. And then we got online shopping. It's getting $40 this paycheck. This was, I think, the last one that I had to pay myself back in because, yeah, I did go a little bit over in the online shopping area, which is not shocking for me. And then we got nails. It is getting the full 45 that I budgeted for it. Yeah, so let's see. How much do I have in here? 20. All right. So I've got 20, 40, 60, 85, 90. Yeah. So I got $90, which is almost, which is like just over what I'll need for a set. especially since I'm probably getting a full one because these nails have popped off and this one's chipped. I'll probably need to take them off, start over completely. So $90 will be really good, actually. That should cover everything. Emergency fund is getting its typical 25. I believe I got to condense this last week. It was so awesome. I didn't condense it. Oh, wait, no, I did kind of condense it though. So we got 100, 200, 20, 40, 65. 65. Oh, okay. I thought my math was different on that, but I mean, it makes sense. And then buffer is actually getting $12 today. So that's pretty darn dope. And will it all probably be taken out? Probably. But at least I was able to put 12 in here for once, which is pretty cool. All right, so that is our short-term sinking spending. All right, so now we're done with that. We are going to move on to our long-term sinking. All right. So gifts is going to get 20. Oops, let me actually put that right there. So Anne-Marie, fully stuffed. I did actually buy her gift, so in my next unstuffing, that will be coming out. Jack is fully funded with 20 as well. And then Kendall's our next girl. She is getting this 20, and now she's fully funded. A lot of my people are getting just $20 because I am looking to save a lot of money this year, or at least not overspend this year. That's kind of my big goal. But like, I think my sisters, I was planning on budgeting like $30 each for them. My fiance is getting like $50. So it really does just depend on the person for real. Christmas also depends on the person. I'm spending like, I think I'm just about to fully fund Avery actually right now. Excuse me. So yeah, I was budgeting 25 towards Christmas total, but 10 is going towards Avery. So he officially is fully funded at 50, 60, 75. Yep, exactly how much I wanted. And then my aunt and uncle are getting the other $15. Oops, there we go. And for them, yeah, I think I was gonna save like 50. Yeah, 50. And then we are still working on everybody else. But yeah, Christmas is moving along. The fact that I have someone fully funded already and it's only May, that's cool. Other holidays, I'm actually putting a lot into other holidays. I usually only put $8. $5 in the current one I'm saving for and $3 in the next one. But Pride Month is coming up super fast. So that is actually getting 20 today. Let's see. Yeah, so it has 35 and I want 50. So I'll just need to stuff 15 next week. And then July 4th is getting 6. Because I still didn't want to put too much in there. But yeah, so now we've got $16 in July 4th. And that one I only wanted 30 as well. Wait, as well? No, I just wanted 30. So that'll be super easy to save for by the time July 4th runs around. Because I'm not one of those girls or people who like buys fireworks and does a whole show. I go to the free shows that are at the park. Excuse you, sir, that was loud. But I like to buy, you know, candy, maybe a headband to get into the mood. But who knows what I'll do this year. And then electronics is getting 5. So we've got 20. All right. We always have a small long-term moment, but that's because I don't have enough money to save a lot of long-term stuff right now. So yeah, that's that. Let me take my little Coke break. That sounded terrible. All right, guys. So last, and certainly not least, we've got the wedding binder. This one got condensed big time. I was very happy about that. So it's getting its typical $65 total, with menu getting 25. So it is now at $225. Bride items is getting 20. So hair still 20, makeup nothing, dress. I might move that 20 to dress. I don't really know yet. But yeah, now we're at 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 in dress. And I think I talked about this earlier, or in a different video, I mean. But yeah, I'm thinking of saving up to $1,000 on my dress, but I might only save $500 because I'm really trying to spend less on the dress that I'll only wear one time. Then we got groom items. Oops. Groom items, vendors, stationery, misc, other, and honeymoon. Going towards lodging, like always. So now we are at 50, 70, 90, 110. 110 in lodging. Oops. There we go. Perfect. And boom. All right. So that was our cash stuffing. That was all $1,323 of it. As you can see from my grand total right here as well. I did the math multiple times, let me tell you. But yeah, that was our video for the day. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment and subscribe. And I will see you next time with, I believe, a budget with me. So stick around.